Hello, and welcome to the Sonic Shuffle. I'm Dan, the teacher.
I'm Morg, one of the students.
And I'm Devon, the other student.
And we are on episode 50. We've gone through a lot, and we've gone through so much and yet so little.
We haven't even gotten to talk about Dr. Starline yet.
Yeah. Starline. Yeah, Starline is great.
We haven't even gotten to Sonic 06.
We haven't even discussed Sonic Adventure 2, even though I made a thing that made it easier for us to get to stuff from, like, the 2000s faster.
But oh boy, have we gone through Sat AM a lot.
We've gone through a lot of Sat AM, a lot of adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's been great. I guess one thing I could learn from this is figure out how much is enough to discuss on an episode. Not that I particularly learned it this week, because this week we're talking about a 22-minute short film called Sonic the Hedgehog by Blue Core Studios.
So I had never even heard about this.
Yeah, so looking real quick at... So, Blue Core's, like, previous big work at this time had been their feature-length Mega Man fan film. I didn't see it on their channel, but I know it's out there.
I saw a preview for that.
Oh, great. Yeah.
YouTube recommended me it right after, and I was like, no. I saw what it looked to be a full-grown man in a Mega Man outfit, and I said, nuh-uh.
The feature-length Mega Man fan film is not good, but I will say their Dr. Wily gave it his all.
Good.
Yeah, he put some stank on it.
Good for him.
And this one, which is 20 minutes, or, well, it's more 18 minutes and 30 seconds, is a similar approach to Sonic. Looking at Blue Core's YouTube channel, I see things like a Five Nights at Freddy's Ghostbusters fan film of about 27 minutes in length.
I thought you were going to tell me that's where the fucking Five Nights at Freddy musical was.
Oh, God.
Did you hear about this?
Oh, God.
Where,
no.
Yeah, Markiplier plays the, like, security person. And then there's puppets. And then there's puppets as the little FNAF robots.
That's great.
They're just hand puppets.
Let's see.
Hey, remember when Nick Cage this year came out with a movie that was basically Five Nights at Freddy's?
No. Oh, wait, I did hear about that. What the fuck?
Remember that?
I never saw it, but that's so wild.
It's like Wally Weasels.
Everyone just be finding fucking animatronics scary, I guess.
I mean, I definitely did when I was like 5 years old.
I didn't.
Alright.
I was a little freak.
They had some... Let's see. Looking at their YouTube channel, they also have... their most recent thing is a sci-fi short film called Sandbox. I assume it's based on video games, given the name. A reaction to the Bad Sonic trailer, some behind-the-scenes footage. The preview clip is of the 3D Sonic model.
God.
They don't seem to do all that much.
People in the comments kept talking.
They're spending all their time on Sonic.
People in the comments kept talking about the fucking Sonic film, the one we watched for this podcast, actually.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it's so much worse. I mean, mostly they were talking about like the original version of Sonic, but like some people were like, "Oh, it's just worse even like now," and I'm like, I don't know if it's worse, but it's
just first of all, it's a fan film, and
yeah,
second of all,
you can't.
There's a lot less budget going around on this one. I'm
saying people were actually saying the one with more budget was worse. Which I was like, I don't know if I agree, but like, I kind of understand if you're looking for something very specific. Because the thing is about this film...
Well, after paying Jim Carrey, the budgets were about the same.
True.
So they need to jump
But like, I think part of it is that like people really, 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 really want Jaleel White as Sonic. Because that is probably one of the like... the big things about this movie is that Jaleel White is playing Sonic.
Yeah. He was the original voice of Sonic the Hedgehog to Western audiences, and one thing I've learned over the years is that there's definitely like groups. There's like the Sonic fandom can be best divided into like a generation sort of thing. Like, you got people who, like, played the games when they first came out in the 90s. You've got the guys who read the comics in the UK. You've got people who are into, like, the cartoons and comics. Then you skip ahead a couple years, you get, like, people like us who grew up with, like, Adventures and Sonic X and stuff like that. And then, like...
Don't
and then
even with these fuckers. Just kidding.
Fair enough.
And then you go a few more years and you get the kids who sing the praises of Sonic 06.
You also get like the hardcore Sonic stans who like are who really love these characters so much. You get like the fucking and then I guess you get like the kids of today. I know I mean, a lot of kids watched the Sonic movie from last year.
They probably play Sonic Forces and stuff too, right?
Yeah, and not to mention... Yeah.
Yeah, they probably play a ton of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric.
Oh, God.
I mean, all things considered, Sega is pretty good at, like, porting their games to, like, the PC and other modern systems. So, like, I would definitely say a lot of older Sonic games are accessible to a certain degree or another.
Right.
Have they added Sonic to Fortnite yet?
They have not.
They need to get on that.
Put Shadow the Hedgehog in Fortnite. I mean...
Put Shadow the Hedgehog in Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
God, please.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I recently saw, through a stream of other stuff, a trailer for the new season of Fortnite. They're putting Rick Sanchez in it this season.
Never mind, don't put Shadow the Hedgehog in Fortnite.
They're putting him in. They're putting Rick Sanchez in, and not Shadow the Hedgehog.
They are ignoring Shadow the
crime.
Hedgehog to put, look at me, I'm a fucking pickle, Sanchez in Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess I don't quite understand who Fortnite is geared towards. Because, like, I thought it was geared more towards kids. And, like, I know kids watch Rick and Morty, but, like, the whole thing is that it's, like, funny adult cartoon.
Yeah.
Remember when they announced the rise of Palpatine in Fortnite for the new Star Wars movie?
Oh, right. When they included a bunch of vital Star Wars lore in, like, one of their, like, presentation things in Fortnite.
Oh my god. What?
And nowhere else. They didn't announce it anywhere else. Can I tell you how confused I was when I went to see the movie and, like, fucking Poe was just like, yep, it's true. Palpatine's back. And I'm like, wait. Sorry, this is a Sonic podcast, but I have some demons to exercise.
That is very weird, though. Like, What a weird choice.
Yeah.
Oh, God, sorry.
As far as this fan film goes, I guess we can get into it.
It was okay.
It was solidly okay.
I love fan films.
They are working within their own limitations. We get an opening sequence of like the Chaos Emeralds coming out of a ring portal. We see South Island, Planet Mobius. It's a beautiful wilderness, but in comes the egg carrier. And I want to mention this about the egg carrier, and it's sort of a prevailing thing about all the CG in this film. I think these were made with Unreal assets, or at least it has that energy.
I wouldn't have known, but just because, like, even though, like, I've played games that were made in Unreal Engine, I didn't know.
It just feels like one of those, like, Nintendo hire this man sort of things.
Sega, get them in.
I'd be alright with that.
Yeah, a bunch of E102 Gammas land in a forest. And we see there's actually a whole fleet of egg carriers. They are, in fact, going to a nameless city and taking it over.
Yeah, I was so I didn't realize it was still Mobius until till the TVs were on. I was like, oh, he went from Mobius to generic, maybe fake New York City.
Yeah.
No, it's still Mobius, and everyone's just like looking up and being like, what is happening? Because, like, I don't know, imagine, like, if you were in a city and there were just, like, these big, like, fucking not normal ass,
like,
air carrier things in the sky.
Imagine you woke up one morning, you go to work, and on your way there you see a fucking sci-fi mech ship. There's just white bases there.
God! I would be very concerned if white base was just there, because I'd be like, am I in a war?
Just goddamn it.
Yeah.
They just wanted to clock in today.
Truly. God, and it's just like, everyone is, like, reacting to it, and then, like, there's, like, they cut to, like, the president of Mobius talking.
Yeah.
On
President Bushnell.
I'm like,
Bushnell.
what a name.
Named after Nolan Bushnell, who was, like, this guy, I think he was, like, a higher up in Atari? Or was he was some big arcade guy.
You know, I didn't know that. I thought this was them trying to take a dig at President Bush and then somebody else with the name of Nell.
Mm-hmm. Nolan.
And I was like, okay.
Oh, he established Atari and Chuck E. Cheese's.
Alright,
my guy.
but yeah, like, there were also, like, it's cutting to that, and, like, other news programs being like, they suspect that it is the roboticist Julian Kintobor.
Yeah.
That's a new name. Kintobor we've gotten before.
Kintober, as they say.
Oh, that's right. They say Kintober.
Kintober.
Yeah, I know Julian. I think there's some references in, like, some deep, like, early Sonic lore where that suggests, like, in the cartoons and stuff that like Sadam Robotnik was also went by Julian.
Julian.
I think it might also be a thing in the comics. I'm not sure.
Sonic should call him Julian more
What
often.
was his name? Because I know it became Ivo Robotnik,
Yeah.
What was it, like? O.V. Kintobor?
Yeah, O.V. Kintobor.
And I'm just like, is O.V. short for Julian? I have no idea.
I feel like it would be incredibly devastating if Sonic just every time he saw Robotnik was like, "Oh, sup, Julian."
Yeah. What's up, Jules?
But
just sup,
better
Julian.
than calling him fucking Robotnik or Eggman.
Do you know the psychic damage it does when someone you hate uses your first name familiarly?
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
He would fucking hate that.
One of these news presenters is, in fact, the angry video game nerd.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's gonna take you back to the past to play some shitty games that suck ass, like, Sonic Labyrinth, I guess. Yeah. We get, like, a big dramatic thing from Julian Kintobor himself. He is now Ivo Robotnik. And the president announces that they're going to send gun troops to take him out.
No, GUN troops.
Yes, GUN troops, sorry.
Very specifically spelling it out.
Work. We're gonna kill you with those GUNs.
I mean, that is the, like, military that's used in, like...
Yeah.
I mean, I only really know Sonic Adventure 2, but...
Yeah, they're the main military force in, like, Adventure 2 and Heroes and stuff. Or, not Heroes, Shadow. They are the enemies of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Good.
Yeah,
Me too.
But they're good here, I guess. Like, technically, they end up being good because they're, like, the ones that are...
First of all, the military is never good.
God, they do love the military in this, don't they?
They love the troops.
We support the troops against the robot uprising.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Let's see, we get some shots of Robotnik and his big ships. And then we get a second opening where Sonic gives a narration about... He's like, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you all about it, but you better keep up, because I move rather quickly.
Does this happen before or after we actually get Robotnik's, like, speech?
Oh, we got a Robotnik speech, that's right. I think
the acting of Robotnik is hilarious.
Yeah, he's very intense to a comical degree.
To that
he's
comical...
very intense.
Sorry, you go.
No, you go.
It's comical in that way that his lines suck, but he's trying to put so much effort into them. Like, he's just like, oh, you know wonderful. Those intelligent island animals on South Island? They're gone now. I know because I did it myself. Like, he's trying so hard to be threatening, but he can't.
He sounds kind of old.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the way he's talking. He sounds like he's older than I expected, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he talks about how he's going to take over society. He specifically uses society, like,
we live in a society.
My society.
Also, I'm thinking about a video I watched many years ago where, famed Let's Players Chip Cheesem and, General Ironicus, aka Grant, watched this and talked over it. They describe Robotnik as, like, an uncle.
Yeah. He's like that way too intense uncle you see every so often. Who keeps asking you about, like, how's school going, or do you have a house yet?
But yeah, we get to Sonic. He's talking about... And he's like, I'm gonna tell you all about how it happened and what I did. but you better keep up, because I move quickly. Jaleel White as Sonic, it's very clear that he hasn't been doing this voice for a very long time.
This was... Yeah, I was like, who's this? Like, I know we've heard Jaleel White in things, like doing Sonic voice, but I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, it's like the last thing you probably would have done was like Underground, which would have been around late 90s, so like nearly 15 years maybe? Like 10 to 15 years since the last time he did this voice for a thing.
Some of the comments love it. They're like, fuck yes. And I'm like, this does not sound like Sonic to me. I mean, I don't know.
It sounds like someone trying way too hard to do the Sonic voice.
I'm just real quick looking at IMDb to get... Okay, so he has been in stuff recently. He was in the recent DuckTales series.
Yo!
Yeah. He voices the genie character in that, and I remember him doing a pretty good job in that one, so...
But that's not Sonic,
yeah,
you know?
I guess, like, he can still act, it's just... He's kind of phoning it in this time. Anyways,
yeah, this is like a performance by someone who really thought that no one would be seeing this fan film.
Yeah. This, so... we cut to, an amazing scene where a gun trooper, who is played by Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic, is about to get executed by E102 Gamma. He doesn't have any lines, but you can very much see his face. The nostalgia critic was paid as an extra, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I looked at him and I got irrationally angry.
Yeah. I looked at it and I started running back and forth very quickly and pointing at the screen.
I started chanting death, 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 death.
I mean, I knew he was in this because I had seen it mentioned in HKIP Discord, but I was still just like, alright.
Yeah.
It's one of those things when you see him and you just go, oh god damn it, I thought that was a joke.
Yeah. So, before the E102 Gamma can do a military execution of the nostalgia critic, Sonic saves him.
Fuck.
And
Sonic is
then leaves, and that's the end. Yeah, we see the city. It's now got a blue tint over it.
I didn't register that. I'm too tired.
Oh, right.
I'm like, not at all.
Oh, right. There was like a news announcement about how Sonic's been saving people. And then it gets interrupted by like these like fucking more, I don't know if these are like AI or people who work for Robotnik, but like they're just interrupting it and giving like generic dystopian speech about machines.
Gonna be honest, until they came in, I was really just like, Robotnik hasn't done like anything yet, huh?
Yeah. Robotnik reveals that there should be no... Oh, right. They refer to people like Sonic as South Islanders. What
the fuck?
And more specifically, as animals. It just feels very strange to call a guy an animal.
Like, we destroyed the South. All of it's gone.
They had kind of already talked about how, like, the South islands or whatever that Robotnik destroyed was full of intelligent creatures or whatever. Like, but it's still very weird calling them, like, South Islanders and animals, because it does sound very weird and very, like...
It sounds more like they're describing, like... It's more like they're describing, like, dolphins or pigs, rather than people.
Hey, there could be dolphins or pigs.
There could be.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Anyways.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe Porker Lewis is here somewhere. I don't know.
Porker Lewis can't lose.
Yeah, Robotnik announces that he should have wiped them all out. There should be no more. And then we cut to...
My dude just did, like, genocide.
He did do a genocide.
To be fair, he is known for doing genocides.
He has done genocides in multiple continuities.
It is, like, one of his favorite things to do.
And he does like to threaten to either kill or roboticize everyone else in this movie, so...
Yeah, well, you see, humanity is a
He does say that!
Yeah. It's great. So, we cut to him, like, interrogating, I guess, somebody. I guess he's supposed to be a GUN troop. He's, like, zapping him and asking him all about who is this guy, who is ruining everything for me, and
who is the blue blur?
He's
blue blur.
Nobody knows what Sonic's name is. They just call him the blue blur. It's...
I refuse to believe in this world, in any continuity, Sonic would not immediately go around telling people that the nickname Blue Blur sucks.
No, he kind of liked it.
He would hear it once and be like, absolutely not.
He kind of liked it in this. He was like, oh, that was good, but you guys can actually just call me by my regular name, my actual name, Sonic.
He was being polite.
I can't imagine Sonic being polite.
I know, this is a fake continuity.
Yeah. Robotnik tries to get information, but he gets nothing. So he's gonna send this, like, dude to get they pronounce it weird. It's like roboticized or something weird instead of...
Oh.
They say robotic. They say robotic and then they say cation.
Yeah.
They'll say, like, robotication or roboticication or something.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Robotification. Like bimbofication.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Robotification.
Yeah, bimbofication.
God, I wish.
So...
I also love fan films for people who clearly want to act but don't know how. So this dude is trying to do, like, an intense, like, you'll never get the words out of me, but he's just like, you'll never get me to speak. Like, he's just... I love fan films. I love
also, like, the dialogue later with Sonic.
Oh, it's so good.
And the girl. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Sonic 06.
Of which...
Fuck.
Yeah, I guess it is.
In a way?
You know?
Yeah. We get our next scene with, another patrol of gun troops carrying around what is supposed to be a rocket launcher. It looks like... I think it's just some PVC pipe.
It looks very funny.
They are in full gear. It's... I will say,
except for the people with the rocket or with the launcher, they don't have their helmets on. I'm like, what the fuck?
It provides a penalty to aiming.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Monster Hunter. How if you use the bow, you can't wear full armor. If you use the rocket launcher in GUN, you don't get a helmet. It helps balance out the meta.
That's fair.
Yeah. So Yeah, I will say they seem very underprepared. All they've got is this rocket launcher, which they're going to shoot at one of many egg carriers.
Yeah, I was like...
Yeah, I don't know if that was supposed to be, like, the main ship and they were hoping to kill Robotnik, or if they were like, our last defender breaking down one ship.
I interpreted it as the Eggman ship, but I don't know how they would know that, I realized. I mean, I guess they are kind of being communicated with, because, like, Robotnik and, like, some random lackeys that we don't see outside of, like, videos of them are asking for the blue blur. And, like, I'm like, I don't know if they could, like, fucking use that in a sci-fi funny way to, like, pinpoint which ship is his or whatever. But, I mean, they didn't think it through, obviously, but it's just, like, very funny that I don't think we see any, like, big machinery from the gun, from the GUN. But we see, like, a ton of it from Eggman. Robotnik.
Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
Dr. Julian Kintober.
Rolazars in this.
Yeah,
October, November, Kintober.
Sonic, please call Robotnik Julian Moore.
Julian.
Julio. Dr. Julio Robotnik.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah. They're trying to get this rocket ready, but they get stopped by more E-102 Gammas. And, their weapons are useless. They have to retreat. But thankfully Sonic's here to do their work for them.
And he's not useless. He can just, like, roll into a ball and hit them.
Yeah.
Like he does. Mm-hmm. Except it looks kind of slow.
I love that they can't get him to move fast enough, so sometimes they just speed up the camera.
Yes. It's very funny.
They get fired at by some buzz bombers. One of them blows up in, like, a stock explosion. It's great.
It's very Power Rangers.
Oh, man. I wish this was Power Rangers.
Dude, what if there were a buzz bomber in Power Rangers?
Why hasn't there been a Sonic
like really well,
Power Rangers crossover
actually?
Yet?
Maybe there has. You never know. Or like, and I guess not Power Rangers. It'd be like Super Sentai or whatever.
I can think of, like, one thing that's like sort of related to that. Where there's this guy in Sonic 06 called Sonic Man.
Sonic Man?
He looks like, well, he's a regular guy, but he's got this Sentai helmet, a t-shirt of Sonic the Hedgehog, and jeans.
Oh my god.
And you get, like, these quests.
This is the perfect man.
Yeah, that's who I want to be.
You get, like, these quests where you have to beat him in a race. Let me grab a picture of him.
That's me. I'm just standing on a street in a Sentai helmet, Sonic shirt, and jeans, telling people to fucking race me.
Yo, that reminds me of the, like, El Pianissimo in, like, Super Mario Sunshine, where he's just this guy that we never see the face of, who's dressed up as a pinata, or how do you say it? Pinata? That's not what they're called. The fucking tree people. I can't fucking say their name ever, and I just called them a pinata, like a fucking idiot. Anyways, Pinta, whatever.
Yeah.
You got there.
Except it'd be more like Mario racing himself.
It'd be
some
like
guy dressed up as himself.
It'd be like if there was a thing in Mario Odyssey where Mario could do a foot race against one of the New Donk City realistic humans, but he's dressed as Mario.
Holy shit.
God.
You know what? I think everyone's had a wrong opinion about Sonic 06. It's good.
It's
I think
good.
it might be good.
I fucking love Sonic, man.
I can't wait till we get there and I make everyone mad by being the Sonic 06 defender.
Oh my god, this guy. I love him. What the fuck?
Does your video game have Sonic Man?
Did you call me? You want to know who I am, do you?
Yeah,
Sonic Man.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I thought his hair would be spikier for some reason.
This dude is just Dio.
Yeah.
He does have kind of the Dio anime hair, but blue. I guess that's what...
This dude is just Dio.
I feel like Dio has a very different personality from what little I know about JoJo. Maybe I'm wrong.
But yeah, Sonic does a cool action scene, where he beats up some robots. He introduces himself to the GON troopers. He says, "You can stop calling me the Blue Blur. My name's Sonic." He calls one of the woman troops pretty.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah.
He's literally like, he's literally like, cause she like starts talking to him about something or other, and it's like very awkward, like the way she's speaking to him.
Yeah,
but he's also just like, you're pretty, but when like.
Yeah, I think it's like when he says, like, she's like, "Oh, the Blue Blur," and he's like, "My name's Sonic, but you could call me something else." And she's like, and he's like, "Just kidding, you're pretty, but, like, hey, what?"
Yeah.
Maybe that's why, Julian destroyed South Island, is because all the animals were flirty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was jealous.
Oh, damn.
Why do girls only go after blue anthropomorphic hedgehogs and not cool guys like me?
Good question. I am always asking this.
So we get Sonic fighting some more Buzz Bombers, Robotnik ordering commands to his robots. Sonic manages to, like, taunt Robotnik over a speaker. Robotnik continues to be very mad. We get some more robot action sequences. Like, he rides on top of a Motobug. It's alright. And eventually, they drop a missile on him. He, like, rides the missile into one of the egg carriers and blows it up. That's basically it. Eventually we get, like, this sort of posthumous scene where... This post-action scene, I guess. Where the gun troops are talking about Sonic, and they're like, "We can't hang out with him. He's a South Islander. You can't trust those. They're
sounds so racist, the way they're talking.
Yeah, there was, like, a lot of weird racism coming out of nowhere. Because, like, 3 of them are like, "Oh, well, he says he's on our side. We should, like, tell command and get them in on this." And one dude is just like, "We can't trust him." And they're like, "Dude, he helped us." And he's like, "Yeah, he's on our side, but, you know, he's one of them." Like, what the hell?
At first I thought I was like, is he saying he's like a robot? And I'm like, no, he's saying he's one of...
Yeah, he just says he's a South Islander.
And that's why I was saying, like, it sounds like racist, because, like, you know, South Islander, like, sounds like a race of people, and then they also refer to them as animals, and it's like, okay?
Yeah.
Especially because we know in this canon, in this world, like, the echidnas are, like, their own specific race.
Mm-hmm.
So does that what he mean? Is that what, like, he means?
I guess.
He's just racist against echidnas? It was a weird scene.
I guess he's racist against cartoon animals. We get a bit where we get a shot of the blue tinted city where they announce that the bounty on Sonic has gone up, and I think Robotnik. I didn't really write down what Robotnik says here. He just gets mad about stuff.
He's just constantly mad.
He gets Chaos Emerald, and he reveals.
Yeah.
He says, "That makes 3. 4 more to go." And then
doesn't
for the
final,
yeah.
Cut? Sorry, yeah. Doesn't it kind of cut sort of abruptly to Sonic finding a place?
Yeah. The last shot of the film is Sonic finding this Green Hill
Sonic
Zone
walks into
rendering
an Unreal Engine.
And running through it. He walks into Greenhill.ctf.
Walks into Sonic Generations. Where it's just separated in a white void.
Yeah.
Very
slowly. He runs along it. And then we get a final... Yeah, very slowly. Then finally, it zooms out, and we see Knuckles.
I have some problems with this Knuckles.
He just says...
His little hand...
Yeah?
Do we see his face?
First of all, we didn't see his face.
Yeah, he's got He has individual fingers instead of, mittens, as he usually would have at this time.
And there are little spikes. They're full Wolverine claws at his knuckles.
Yeah,
oh
I'm looking at it now.
They're a little terrifying.
I didn't notice because I think I was oh, I'm done.
Knuckles could fuck you up if he hit you with one of those.
I'm very tired.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for this fan film.
That's literally it. It's just I know it takes a lot of time, and I know it's a small budget, but I'm damn. Were you gonna do something else with this?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like they did something else with Mega Man or whatever.
Yeah, they made a feature-length film with Mega Man. I'm looking at these credits, and I do notice that Aaron Hansen and fucking Chris Niozzi did the E100, the E102 Gammas.
Their voices?
Yeah. Oh my god, Brent Black was one of the Brent Black was one of the Station Square citizens.
Oh fuck yeah. I don't actually know who that is, but I assume it's a YouTube person.
He's the video game lyrics guy who made the who is friends with Travis McElroy.
Oh my god.
I thought I looked
very weird.
I thought one of them looked familiar, but I couldn't place it.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
I wondered if that girl was anyone. That one that was talking to and / flirting with Sonic.
Let's see. I'm looking at these names. I don't know which one that character was, but I'm gonna guess it was Lauren Schrader.
I don't know.
I've never heard this name before. Oh, okay. Dr. Robotnik is played by someone named DJ Hazard.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Can you imagine if Dr. Robotnik just started rapping in this movie?
Fuck.
That would be good. If this were a feature-length film, this would have a Robotnik music sequence. He'd be like... It'd be like Dr. Robotnik.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I will say I didn't just make that up. That there is a remix of the SA2 Eggman theme in Shadow that's called the Dr. Robotnik mix.
Could you imagine if every time we went back to Robotnik, he was just like in a rave?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I would have liked this movie more if Robotnik was sillier.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one went for too much of a like serious Robotnik. You got to give him some of that silly.
Yeah.
Like I know there have been like serious Robotniks and they've been like fine, but I feel like if you're gonna do like something like this, like you kind of gotta lean go into for the
silliness.
Funny. I feel like it's easier.
You gotta lean into the silliness.
I feel like it's easier if you have a lower budget to lean into the funniness too.
Right.
Like if you're kind of
you were making a media property with a blue hedgehog as your main character. Lean in.
Like I think if you're like aware of what you're doing is funny. It's just like I don't know.
So that wraps that up. So let's get into questions. Right. If you want to send in a question, you can respond to one of our Ask posts on Twitter, or you can answer anytime at your leisure in the Ask Zone channel of our Discord, which can be found on our Twitter at ShuffleSonic.
Did we get anything before that you wanted to talk about either? Because we had actually, for this episode, we had asked the listeners about anything. I just didn't know if there was anything else you wanted to go over, even though we had like decided on talking about the movie. I don't think there was anything else. You can always like
there were other suggestions, but I figured we'd just talk about the movie. I guess we won't roll for next week because we rolled last time and didn't do that, so next time we'll be talking about more Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
So, our questions. Going off of Twitter first, Glenn Gwagmire at Janos Capuvari asks...
God damn it.
He's gonna take you back to the past, but you have to play a shitty game that sucks ass. If AVGN forced you at gunpoint to do a collab with him, where you get mad and yell at an old video game, which game would you choose?
Sonic 06. No,
I was really sitting here just like, is Sonic 06 just too easy?
It is. I was actually thinking, so even though it's probably I had like these games when I was a kid that would like, you know, I had a few games for like the N64 that were like shitty like young kid games, like this like fucking Sesame Street game that I like barely remember. We could do something like that where I'm like, why did I play this? Or I don't even know if this game sucked. I remember actually really liking it, but doing the like Rugrats in Paris video game would be kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because I remember talking about it recently in another Discord for some reason. But I don't remember why. Yeah, just like something from like my childhood that like looking back I'm like, this sucks. The fuck?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Sonic Heroes. Like, I'm saying that with like maybe there were some good parts, but like for the most part I just remember Sonic Heroes being a bad time for me. It was it was not very good platforming, I will say.
I thought people liked that one.
Yeah,
I might be confused.
Heroes is an alright one, but it's definitely like one of the first ones people started to like really dislike Sonic games.
Okay.
Devon, you got one?
I'm just gonna say I didn't play a lot of video games when I was little. I will say I'm gonna say Sonic Chronicles, only because I remember liking that, but knowing that it is an incredibly bad video game.
Yeah.
I was like, you could pick one from, like, recently if you played a bad video game recently. I just couldn't think of anything, like...
Yeah, you see, the thing is, my thing is, like, I don't spend money on a video game that I know.
I have good taste.
Yeah,
right. The thing is that I have good taste now, so all video games I played are good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Sloppers Only school of thought. So, Dresh Atrashura asks, even today, there are people who insist Jaleel White should be the official Sonic voice. Based on this film, do you agree with that take?
I mean, I kind of already talked about how, like, I thought he sounded weird because it has been 15 years since he played Sonic. Even, like, it sounds like he's, like, a good voice actor in general. I just don't know if he should be Sonic still, or, like, if he even wants to be. Like, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know if he wanted to do this film because he thought it would be cool or whatever, or, like, I don't know how much they gave him or whatever, but, like, I think he would be fine. I don't really have, like, I don't have an attachment to Sonic's voice, because he's just, like, overly, I don't know the word, overly confident, annoying teen. So I feel like if Jaleel White can do that, then, like, sure. And, like, he can. And it's fine. It just came off as weird compared to, like, hearing him elsewhere. But, I don't know. You guys might like it better than I did.
Right. I
just, like, if he wants to be the voice of Sonic, he needs to not try so hard to sound like Sonic. Like, his performance in this just sounded like someone really trying really hard to recreate the Sonic voice.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a fair assessment. He was doing an impression of himself.
Yeah.
I don't really have the strong attachment to Jaleel White, Sonic, as other fans might, but it's like, I guess, I'm fine with, like, who we've got now, like Roger Craig Smith and, why am I forgetting his name?
Ben Schwartz?
Ben Schwartz, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I don't think he needs to be. Smoking Big Doinks and Hoenn at Sunhat Jenya asks, if you made a Sonic fan film, what random online celebrity would you force to be in it? Hard mode, nobody that ever worked at Polygon. And I'm immediately thinking, I want to get Wayne Radio TV in this.
Oh, that would be good. I from what I've seen of him, like, that would be fun. How about... Actually, I'll give it, like, if Devon has an answer, I want him to go, because I think I have a good answer.
I'm forcing one of the Paul brothers into this.
God.
Oh, God.
Force them both. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm forcing both the Paul brothers into this. I don't know how or why. I'm just, they're being in this fan movie.
I'm gonna force Sarah Sunhat Jenya into this movie. Because she's an online celebrity as far as podcasts go.
Yeah, for that time that she posted something about the Chad Boseman NFT and the dude responded to it.
Fuck. God.
I think about that so much.
Or, like, I don't know, I guess, like, just one of the random funny guy YouTubers I watch, like, fucking Curtis Connor. Just force him to be in Sonic. I don't know. I wouldn't
Travis
do that
McElroy.
to him. Oh, God.
Oh,
yeah, he didn't work at Polygon.
You're right. That was just
I'm flipping out all the bangers.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking. I already said.
I want
Wayne,
him to do his rant.
Oh, I just had it in my. Oh, fuck, I'm forgetting. Cyber Shell. I don't know. Why not? He talks a lot about Sonic. Let's put him in the movie.
Yeah, he can be one of the soldiers who works with Jake and Logan Paul.
Right.
Brave soldiers at GUN.
That's it for Twitter questions. Let's check our Discord. Kitty the Cat, aka Kitty Cat Herder, aka Violet, friend of the show, host of the Stranger's Fiction, etc., asks, what would your Sonic fan movie be about, and if you can get one professional actor to be in it, who would it be?
I don't know professional.
Dr. Starline, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, it's an adaptation of the Bad Guys miniseries.
Yeah, it's like Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But with Benedict Cumberbatch playing Dr. Starline.
Yeah, I'm gonna say...
Devon, you're obsessed with Dr. Starline.
Dude rules. He has an Infinity Gauntlet.
He does have a reality warping gauntlet. He does
have a little mug that's...
Doubler sexy man, I'm telling you.
He does have a little mug that says live, laugh, love, and I do love that for him.
Yeah.
He's nice.
He's nice.
I'm gonna say... Well... Thinking about how Sonic the Hedgehog 2 looks, I'm gonna say an adaptation of SA2, and I'm going to get, why am I blanking on the name? The Edward Cullen guy.
Robert Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson as Shadow the Hedgehog.
Holy shit, he can also be in the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
I would love that. I want him to do his shitty, Edward voice for fucking Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
He should really say the line, "Hold on tight, Spider Monkey," again.
No, he should. I think I might have to agree with our pets. But what? That also makes me think of, oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. He was in Lighthouse with
William Dafoe?
William
Dafoe.
Yeah, Dafoe. That's what it is. William Dafoe. I want William Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe as
Dr. Robotnik.
Who?
As Dr. Robotnik, yes. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Although, God, I love Jim Carrey as Robotnik so much. I just want him to come back as Robotnik.
I'm loving the Suicide Squad movie we're building.
What if there were two Robotniks?
What if
there were two Robotniks, and one was William Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe plays fucking Gerald Robotnik from the past.
He plays Snively.
William Dafoe plays Robotnik's son.
Snively, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Robotnik Jr.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the actual movie would be about. It would just star
It's just the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, it's just the Suicide Squad movie but with Sonic.
Our Sonic Suicide Squad film.
Pretty good.
Shadow looking around to everybody. What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Jasmine Sidmon asks, would sped up gif of Doug Walker, bald, ranting, be a good fan cast for a live-action retelling of the real-time fan-dub Eggman?
No.
Yes.
I
don't want him to be in it, but if there's anyone who could get very mad about Shadow the Hedgehog's dick, it would probably be the Nostalgia Critic.
I don't know shit about the fan dub, so even though you've talked about it before, I'm like, okay.
I miss my wife tales.
God, I forgot about that.
Are we gonna do the real-time fan dub?
We should.
You know, maybe
that can be for our 69th episode.
Ooh. It's coming up.
I will consider it.
It's heading up quickly.
How serious would you make your fan film?
Not that serious. I want it to be fun. I already talked about how this one was too serious.
Now remember the Suicide Squad trailer. That's how serious it would be.
Yeah. I just want it to be really campy.
Yeah.
That's how you have to do it.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that's why, like, Jim Carrey was, like, my favorite part of the actual movie. Was because it was just so, like, funny.
Yeah.
Sonic does the floss in that movie.
Yeah. Sonic does
this
very
is the
much.
level I'm talking about.
Sonic flosses twice.
Like, I don't
Sonic
even know
flosses twice in that movie.
I don't even know, like... I like that movie more... but like, I don't know if I wouldn't say it's like the best movie either. I feel like they could have leaned even harder into like the dumb bullshit.
Yeah, Sonic should floss 3 times.
Yeah.
Sonic should do the default dance in this in 2.
Sonic should do the Thanos touchdown pass dance.
Yes.
The film should have and it should just be 8 hours of Sonic doing Orange Justice.
Exactly.
I want Sonic to quote his own memes in the film, like, "Alone on a Friday night, God, you're pathetic."
It is really weird he didn't say that to that one dude at any time.
Yeah.
What was his name? The cop? I can't remember his name.
Who?
The cop? I don't remember his name
Jason Marsden?
Yeah.
Donut Man.
Donut Man, yeah, that was his name.
Tom the cop. Let's see.
Donut
Here's a fun
Lord.
story that I hope my work will never hear for me ever.
Okay.
The owner of the practice, or the doctor on duty, she is obviously a vet because I work for a vet clinic. Her husband is a cop.
Ugh.
And every day I just think that I work for the people from the Sonic movie.
Oh my god, you kind of do.
I guess so. I guess you do work for them.
Anyways, that's just some fun podcast lore. I'm going to be in the Sonic movie.
Well, if you ever run into Sonic the Hedgehog, your boss might be able to help you.
Right.
I should
with some
ask
smelling
Sonic.
salts.
I should ask the Sonic the Hedgehog movie people if they'll let me in after I tell them my story.
Mm-hmm. And our last question: Are Gun a paramilitary hit squad in this one? I would say no in the fan film, but I think our Suicide Squad is.
Yes.
Yeah. Because in the film, they're just, like, the actual military.
Incredibly weird that they're the enemy of Shadow the Hedgehog when you know he would love to work for a place called GUN.
Well, that's the thing, because, like, after the events of Shadow the Hedgehog, Shadow just works for Gun. Like, he is a Gun agent in Sonic 06. He simply loves the guns.
As he's wont to do.
He just loves to shoot.
Yeah.
He woke up and said, working at a place called Gun is the coolest thing you could be.
So, yeah, that's it for this episode. We already rolled in advance. There's no more questions. Let's take it to a close. I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places, and you can find all those places at linktr.ee/big_challenges. From there, you can find my Twitter, @BiggerChallenge. You can find my podcasts, which include Pod of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. We are at the moment of this recording we took this week off to do the Cup of Greed, but we'll probably be back the week after. And we did, in fact, get Janos on for the next episode.
Yes. Is that why he's been watching it so much?
Yeah.
He's joined a cult of GX.
Love that for him.
Yeah.
It's the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Series.
He loves it.
Yeah. It's really good. You can listen to Stranger's Fiction, an actual play podcast focused on one-shots. We are in the process of uploading all of the episodes of our interstitial actual play, and we also recorded a special episode for Pride where we played Exceptionals. I GM'd it, and we had like an LGBT art exhibition attacked by a Chud supervillain. And last, you can listen to Video Games, the Movie, the Podcast. It is a monthly video game movie podcast that I do with my friend Maxie. This month's movie is, in fact, the Sonic OVA, which we'll probably talk about a bit. And last but not least is at Xbox_holiday, where Usher celebrates holidays with Xbox. And I've looked at the schedule enough times to know that the closest holiday to when this will hopefully go up is Kazuma Kiryu's birthday. Happy birthday, Justice Kazi.
Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday!
Alright. Morg, where can we find you?
You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcast, Departure Lounge, a ex-Hunter podcast with airplane theme. You can also find me fucking asleep.
Yep.
Yeah, fair.
Devon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can find me on...
I'm asleep, obviously.
You fell asleep right now. You can find me on Twitter at Grooving Ghastly, and also on a Hunter x Hunter podcast that I'm quickly turning into a Dr. Starline fanfiction reading podcast called Gone Will Hunting.
Great. Alright. And with that, we are at Noise Space. Well, actually, I should start with... we are... the Sonic Shuffle. You can find us on Twitter at Sonic Shuffle, or at Shuffle Sonic, I'm sorry. You can find us at Shuffle Sonic, and you can find our Discord from there, and we are part of Noise Space. Noise Space is a podcast network based in Canada. Their full title is noisespace.xyz because of this. And you can listen to all sorts of wonderful podcasts on it. And I believe on this week's alphabetical shout-out is LMNOP. It's about elementary. It's on a bit of a... They're on a hiatus.
Really on hiatus, yeah.
Yeah, they're on a hiatus right now, which... gives you plenty of time to catch up. And
you should.
And you should. It's great.
It's Val and Alec.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they both love Elementary, so it's really nice to, like, hear people talk about things that they love, so.
Yeah. It looks like, the most, let's see. The most recent episode is on season 2, episode 11. And you'll be able to listen to it. You'll be able to hear Val and Alec and Balto, and it's gonna be a good time. Yeah. And as always, Sonic is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
He is the only blue life that matters.
The only one.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.